What do most preschool teachers not know about phonological awareness? I'm Melissa McCall, an early literacy specialist who focuses on merging research-based instruction supported by the science of reading, merging that with play-based teaching. And I am here to open up your eyes today on the world of phonological awareness. Children across America are struggling to read, but guess what? We focus so much time and energy on the elementary school level, but we are forgetting that phonological awareness is rooted in oral language. It begins from the very beginning, which means that those first 5 years of life are absolutely vital for building that part of the brain. I get messages from families all the time asking, how can you support my first grader in reading? And guess what the answer is? The first question that I ask is, how is their phonological awareness? Research proves that we have to have that sound part of the brain really strong in order to learn to read. But so many children are missing this skill. In fact, 20% of children have a deficit in phonological awareness, and it is directly impacting their reading. Now, phonological awareness at the preschool level. We might do some nursery rhymes, maybe we're tapping to a poem, maybe we're doing some beginning sounds, but guess what? That is not enough. And I'm going to tell you with my experience in the classroom that children are capable of amazing things from 0 to 5 when it comes to phonological awareness. I've said the term phonological awareness over and over again. And you know what? You might even be thinking, what in the world does that term even mean? Well, phonological awareness is the ability to hear and manipulate sounds auditorily. So when we think about children, we want to think about, can they actually hear and process the sounds that we are saying aloud? For example, if I say cat, can a child pick up that the t sound is at the end of a word? Can they start to play with sounds? Can they hear the sounds in a sentence? My mom is fun. Can they start to segment syllables? Melissa. Can they take away parts of words? Cup, cake. Without cup, we've got cake. So phonological awareness is a huge umbrella of skills, and all of these skills help children begin to beef up that sound part of the brain. As we get older, we want to get to the top level of phonological awareness, which is that phoneme level. This is what the science of reading has proven for how children learn to read. They really need that sound part of the brain, and they need to connect that to the phonics, the symbol part of the brain, also connecting it to the meaning part of the brain. So it's a very complex system, and phonological awareness is one of those key parts. At the preschool level, we spend so much time on rhyming without understanding the other layers and how actually rhyming has different layers within itself, and being able to generate a rhyme is actually a much more advanced skill. There are several other skills underneath that skill that we can work on to help us become proficient in phonological awareness. What does effective phonological awareness look like in the preschool classroom? This looks like teachers explicitly teaching skills related to phonological awareness and children learning those skills through movement, through play-based extension activities, and through songs. Now, we have to explicitly teach this skill. I said a word that might have scared you, and that was explicitly teach the skill. We have to explicitly teach phonological awareness skills even to children as young as 3 and 4. The reason for this is that phonological awareness is not a skill that we can just naturally learn through play. Children aren't going to naturally clap syllables. They have to be exposed to how we segment syllables and then extend the learning through fun, play-based activities. Does that mean that we're going to drill children? No way. What it does mean is that we need intentional teaching. We need fun, play-based extension activities that really connect to the learning. Now let's dive into some of my favorite activities for our youngest learners. And the first one is nursery rhymes. Put up a poem of the week and celebrate that poem all week long. Use tools, instruments, clapping, body motions, and even pause and let the children chime in on those familiar words. Teddy bear, turn around. Teddy bear, touch the. I'm going to pause and allow the children to chime in with the missing word. Maybe the next time we're going to get some sticks and we're going to tap to each part. Teddy bear, turn around. Right there is building phonological awareness, and we can do these skills in the 2-year-old classrooms. Now, another skill that I work on with this age level is listening. I love to use bells and instruments and hide in the different rooms and just listen. Where am I hiding? A very great and easy way to wake up that sound part of the brain. Another great skill is blocks. You might be surprised, but as children are turning 2 into 3, they can start to do sentence segmentation. We put 3 blocks out and we say a simple sentence. I like yellow. Easy way to start understanding that sentences are parts of sounds and sounds are valuable. Another tool that I love in all ages, but can be used in 2s and 3s, is a mirror. This is great for beginning sound, recognizing if words have the same beginning sound. We simply look in the mirror and say, ball, baby. Do those words sound the same? Look at your mouth. Ball, baby. They do. They have the same beginning sound. Ball, cat. Do those sound the same? Ball, cat. No. And really making the connection to how our mouth moves also when we're thinking of phonological awareness. Now let's look at merging phonological awareness instruction with play-based learning in the 3, 4s, and 5s. So with this age group, there are endless possibilities for practicing all the different scopes of skills. And first, we're going to talk about compound words. Now, when I teach compound words, I love to use visuals along with the Hegarty hand motions. This is a great way to really make the connection. Mail, box, mailbox. And we can even talk about what a compound word is. It's mail. Putting it in a box makes the word mailbox. So having a visual along with those hand motions is just another way to engage our learners. Rainbow, rain, bow, rainbow. Let's talk about syllables. Syllables are so easy to integrate into the classroom. You can do this during transitions. You can do it during snack time. You can do it on the playground. Syllables are such an easy thing to practice. Start with the children's names. We're lining up. Time to get in line. Katie, Thomas. As they clap those syllables, they are getting in line. At snack time, take a lap around the table and clap what you're eating. Goldfish, crackers, strawberries. Such an easy way to integrate syllables into our day. When it comes to onset and rhymes, I love puppets. We use puppets for a variety of different activities, but onset and rhyme is a really easy one. We say, I'm so hungry, I want some milk. The child with the milk comes up, feeds the puppet, and they would say milk. Now, we typically are going to be working on just blending. They're going to hear the onset and rhyme and say it for me. I will segment, and they will blend the word together. As we get into segmenting, that is a much more advanced skill. So preschoolers, just work on blending. Felt squares are also another favorite. This is great for onset and rhyme. Ish, fish. We're going to change the f to wa. Ish, wish. Easy tool that makes us start to hear those patterns and manipulate that beginning sound. Great way to lead into rhyming. We cannot talk about phonological awareness without hitting on my favorite tool for phonemic awareness, sound boxes. These are also called Elkonin boxes, and they are a fabulous tool to help children understand and practice segmenting phonemes, segmenting sounds. So today I'm going to model how we use these in the classroom. First, you need your tools. I have my teacher sound box, and then we also have, each child has their own mini sound box with the box and 3 cubes or 3 manipulatives. From there, we are going to practice segmenting a word. Let's use the word sat. At, sat. Again, at, Next, I'll model how to segment the sounds. S, a, t, sat. Then the children are going to practice segmenting on the carpet together. All right, everybody, get your finger ready on your first block. Sat, s, at, sat. From there, we're gonna listen into each child. So the teachers in the room will go around and start listening as each individual child segments the word. This is a great opportunity to start catching along with children that are really thriving, who might even be ready to start some pre-writing, writing in the sounds, and then those children that are struggling, those children that just need a little bit more support. Be sure to check out the notes because I will link in a sound box that you can use in your classroom. There you have it, everything that a preschool teacher needs to know about phonological awareness. I hope that you are ready to try something new and to go deeper than just rhyming because our children deserve it and they need the skill to learn to read. Science proves it. Now, if you're like, I love phonological awareness, but I want to go deeper, well, we've got you covered. In our Playing with Words course, this is a self-paced course that gives you everything that you need to walk away ready to teach phonological awareness. We've got a pacing guide. We've got many moments activities. We've got a library of activities, modeling the different skills, and milestone charts. So be sure to head over to Moving Little Minds and sign up for our self-paced course. And don't forget to subscribe to Moving Little Minds.